This is another episode of me documenting the day-to-day process that I am taking to achieve long-term consistency in the financial market. And it is Saturdays. The first thing that I do on a Saturday is I wake up and I get a weekly review done. Figure out what I did wrong, what I did right. The thing is I have to recap what happened yesterday, because yesterday I made the recap and then I came back to the market in the PM session and took really bad trades. So I think the theme of this week, I know the theme of this week just shows that I am in desperation. I am trading to make money, to get out of this hole, to get out of this drawdown that I'm in. And although I have taken the job, and I thought initially it was taking the pressure off of my trading, and I felt a lot more relaxed last week, this week was pretty much the opposite. So I am lacking consistency in my performance, because everything that I did right last week, I failed to do this week. I showed great setup selection, great trade selection, a lot of patience, a lot of discipline last week. This week, I did the opposite. And yesterday proves that. So although I made some really bad decisions, like, I'm not going to hide it from you guys. I'm going to show you every single piece of the process. I'm not going to miss a single damn thing. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be transparent. This is what happened, guys. This is what happened yesterday in the afternoon session. I came back, opened up the charts, saw the market potentially offering the move that I was looking for in the morning session that it did not offer, which is why I did nothing in the morning session. And then I attempted it twice. So I'm just going to pull up the attachments. No need to pull up TradingView itself. Everything that I have is right here in TradeZilla, which is why I love TradeZilla. But what I was looking for in the morning session, right, was the market to open and trade up and reject that 4-hour SIBI. It's this red shaded box that we see here. I can just go to the 4-hour here. Boom, right? So let's go to a 5-minute. This is a 15-minute, obviously. So note on this candle's close, we have these relative equal highs here. Market pokes those out, trades up into the 4-hour SIBI, and then closes below it. So that's a sign of weakness, and that produces the retracement. But I thought it was a full-blown reversal, and I was going for a huge swing. But I'm only trading 1 micro. So again, I believe I was up over $300 at one point in this trade, and it came back for break even. Just the common theme of my trading that's been happening recently. But here's what I note. I want to see the market trade up into the 4-hour SIBI, reject it, and trade lower. I'm looking below. I see we have relative equal lows below, this low, and then if we look left, we have this low, right? So we have sell-side liquidity engineered below. The market trades up into 4-hour sell-side imbalance, buy-side inefficiency that I'm anticipating it to reject. I'm looking back in this price leg, and I'm not thinking there's anything solid for the market to reject there. If we look what's happening here, we have sell accumulation. We have this high here that gets taken there, and then this high here gets taken there. Finally, we have the stab up into the 4-hour SIBI. And note how we have high taken, like I just mentioned, right? On the 1 minute. This right here, this shift that the market creates, is this the second trade? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, this is the second trade. So here's the first trade, right? I have better screenshots here with annotations that explain everything, right? So this did produce a retracement, but it was not a full-blown reversal. So looking back in this price leg, I don't really see anything solid for the market to grab onto, because there isn't. There really isn't. What the market does grab onto, what it does find support at and trade higher, is first presentation, this red shaded box here, and the 930 open price. This retracement was only trading down to the 930 open price, tapping that, and then trading higher. Above, again, sell accumulation, high here, ran that. We don't get the drop down. We have another high here. Now we have relative equal highs established. So I'm looking at this, came back to the market, saw we were approaching the 4-hour SIBI, and finally those relative equal highs get poked out here. And then we have a shift. I'm watching the 1 minute time frame. Can't really see the significance of this setup because it's zoomed out, but if we get a closer look, and as I was watching it in real time, I saw this candle open, trade up, and then boom, snap down, immediately reject the 4-hour SIBI. So I'm thinking this could be a 4-hour institutional order flow entry drill, but it's not. Change in the state delivery. I ended up selling the market somewhere in here because I wanted to sell the order block, although I was hesitant. Because, again, I was coming back to the market after I'd already walked away. The main takeaway from this is never come back to the market after you've walked away. And this is a huge reminder of that, because the decisions that I made were really stupid. And what that led to was a huge blow to my confidence. I took a hit emotionally. I mean, I was so down bad, I just laid on the bed and I just stared at the ceiling like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? And I was really down emotionally. We'll get into that. But sold here. Was looking for these relative equal lows down here. So if you pull up the recording, good news is that I actually pulled up the recording because I knew that this was something that I should definitely recap if it does play out. If it doesn't play out, whatever happens. So if we look right here on the 1 minute time frame, we clear this swing low with the obvious fair value gap. I'm thinking, okay, this is looking good. We might actually have a full-blown retracement. I'm up $242 in profit, and I'm not taking anything off, which I'm actually glad that I did not make any money from this trade because it was taken when I came back to the market. And I have a rule that states never come back to the market after walking away for this very reason right here. Because how demoralizing would it be if I came back to the market and then took a losing trade on top of a session that I walked away from in the morning with no damage done, no loss taken at all? How does that affect you mentally? It really, me personally, that's probably one of the worst emotional situations that I can go through when I should have been completely risk off, no damage done, but I come back to the market, trade anyways, and that's what happens. This is another sign of desperation. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm literally trading out of desperation. Like, I want to make money doing this shit so bad. It is bad, and it's reflecting in all the decisions that I make. Again, I explained to you the logic behind why I thought this would be entirely inverse. Not really seeing a strong reason for the market to grab into anything that's priced like and trade higher. But look at my take profit, bro. I set an $800 take profit, and I'm trading 1 micro. I could literally just flatten the position right here and lock in $270. But I don't. Why? Because I'm going for this. Why? Because I'm trading out of desperation. So I've literally noticed every single trade that I've taken this week and probably this entire month, as soon as the market moves in my favor, I'm literally moving my take profit to the furthest objective possible when I'm only trading 1 micro. And I could be wrong about that trade idea. It might not deliver that. It might reverse, and I could be wrong. But it does give me the opportunity to lock in some equity. But I'm not doing so because I'm trading out of desperation. I'm trying to get out of this hole, trying to get out of this drawdown that I'm in. And this is just a mistake that I continuously repeat. So that never delivers, and what happens? Comes back and stops me out for break even. And I never secure any equity. Up $270, which I'm glad that I did not, right? Because I broke a rule taking this trade, which means if I broke a rule taking this trade, coming back to the market after I'd already walked away and it worked, that makes it 10 times more likely for me to repeat that same mistake in the future. Because I did it, and I got paid as a result. This trade is just straight impulsivity. This is just me trading an emotional reaction. At this point in time, what do I see? Looking at the daily chart, looking at this candle's open price, I'm still holding on to that idea, still really marrying that idea that this thing is going to go lower because we have this smooth edge down here and the relative equal lows that we have left below. But at this point in time, bro, it is literally 2:04 p.m. There's not even enough time left in the session for the market to have a full-blown reversal and make a new low a day. It just does not make any sense at all. So everything that I'm doing here is purely emotional and irrational. It is just straight emotional decision making. And it's literally gambling. The good news is I take this trade off for a little bit around break even. My stop loss is at the swing high. I would have realized a $140 loss if I did not pull this off for break even. But I know the mistake that I did here. I know the market's not showing me any premium sensitivity. It's reacting out of this gap, right? There's no willingness to want to go lower here. And I take it off for only a $12 loss. So I am extremely thankful that although I made an extremely terrible decision here, and I'm not going to hide it from you guys, I'm going to show you everything that I'm going through, I was able to pull this trade off for around break even instead of a $140 loss. Can you imagine what that would have done to me mentally if I took a $140 loss after walking away, doing nothing for the day, and then coming back in the PM session and losing $140? That would have been terrible. So those are the trades that I took in the PM session. Again, not something that I'm proud of at all. That is literally something that I never do, but I'm trading out of desperation. I am. And I will sit here and I will admit that. I will not try to hide it. I will be real with you guys. So my performance this week was not the best, although it wasn't the best, I'm only down $123.18. So I really did not trade well at all. I really only had one good trade this week. But still, I walk away only down $123.18. So I guess you could say risk is managed, and I'm still hanging in there, still preserving capital, but not the best performance. Not the best performance at all. It's quite literally the exact opposite of what I did last week. I took 3 trades over the entire duration of last week. This week, I took 7. 7. More than twice the trades that I took last week. 2, 1, 2, 2. Now, before that, I was going 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, 2, 1, 2, 2. So, again, something has changed. I believe I'm just trading out of desperation. I really have to slow things down. And one of the ways that I held myself back this week was trading on days where I knew They were not probability trading days for me, and just doing it anyways. And what does that lead to? Me losing money. So how did I hold myself back this week? Trading low probability trading days. The fact that I know what days are low probability for me but still attempt something and lose shows I lack day selection. I want to grow to the point where I can feel that the day is low probability and do nothing. Shows a bit of desperation because I know the day is ass, yet I still trade. So now if we go to daily journal, and we go to Thursday, you can take a look at how I knew these days were going to be low probability, but I still traded anyways. So this is the first thing that I'm noting when I'm coming to this session. It's the first thing that I do, right? I note how I'm feeling. I feel this is probably going to be a red day because higher time frame order flow is bullish, but how price is reacting to premium arrays on the 15-minute is not indicative of higher prices. So I'm not sure if I should look to fade this move as price opens high in the day. We also have a huge gap up opening. I feel like I know to be bullish, but I want to sell it. Let's see how this goes. So right then and there, you can see I know that this is not a probable trading day for me. I'm coming to the market. I'm indecisive on my bias. I don't know if we're going higher. I don't know if we're going lower. It's not one-sided to me. It's not one-sided for me. And then how do I trade as a result? Loss, loss. In the first 10 minutes of market open, which shows another problem that I have a really strong tendency to sell the market in the first 10 minutes of market open because there are some trading days where I can catch that and it pays very, very well. And that's one of the solid playbooks that I have. The issue is that has worked so well for me in the past that I'm basically coming into every single trading day looking for that exact playbook. So another tendency, another mistake that I have to eliminate. Keep repeating that. The thing is I came into today with a sell bias, and that actually ended up playing out, but only after the 10 o'clock driver came out. If we look at Thursday on the 20th, we had a 10 o'clock driver, right? So if we have a 10 o'clock driver, that means I should wait for that driver to come out and then see if what I'm looking for is playing out. If we look at how Thursday actually delivered, here's where I was selling the market, right? So had a sell bias. Why? Smooth sell side below. Cleared the buy side here. Huge premium gap opening. When does the reversal come? 10:30. Only after the 10 o'clock driver comes out. So if we drop to 1 minute, zoom in. The high day is made at 10:37. That's over half an hour after the 10 o'clock driver came out. So this day required a lot of patience. I didn't have it. I thought the market was going to break lower at 9:30. Tried it twice, failed twice in the first 10 minutes of market open. Now again, if we go to Wednesday, kind of the same thing. If we go to the daily journal, I really don't like how this is setting up shit. I really don't like how this is setting up at the middle of the previous day range ahead of NFP. There's no clean higher time frame order flow. It's all a mess. Definitely a low probability trading day. Also 2 o'clock FOMC minutes. So the AM session could be a low probability condition. And then what happens as a result? 9:34 again in the first 10 minutes. 9:30 actually. 9:30. I'm selling in the first 10 minutes market open and stopping out on that idea. Now this was a day that I just simply got the bias incorrect, but it wasn't a day that I was comfortable with because I didn't like how it was setting up. So that's not a trading day for me. Like literally, I want to grow to the point where I can feel that this is not a probable trading day for me and just walk away, which is what I have in my weekly review. If we go to session recap, 17th through the 21st, day selection, because Thursday and Wednesday were not trading days for me. They were not probable trading days for me at all. I have to get better at not doing anything on the days I don't have a good read on price. And I have to get better at knowing what days are low probability to me, know what that looks like and feels like, then do nothing. Because I feel when the market is not a probable trading day for me. It's literally a feeling that I have. Like I know, dude, this is not going to be a good trading day. So on those days, I should do absolutely nothing. Day selection, that's what I have to work on. And then on top of that, still struggling with 9:30 sells. I tried it literally every day this week. I know it's not going to come on days with 10 o'clock drivers, and I know the days where the criteria is not there. So how I held myself back, trading those low probability trading days, Wednesday and Thursday. Not good at anticipating retracements because Wednesday and Friday, I believe it was. Let's go to a chart. I don't even have to open up TradingView to go to a chart. We just have to go to a trade here. Let's go to Friday. Throw on my layout. Boom. Let's go to the 15-minute. Actually, let's go to an hourly. So let's look at this weekly range. Wednesday, Thursday. So here we have Monday, right? Monday, no trades for me. Tuesday, bearish bias, sold the market. That worked. In the first 10 minutes market open, right? It worked on Tuesday. Wednesday does not work. So Wednesday, what happens? We open really, really low in a discount. We have this impulse swing here. We're hanging low deep in a discount. Open and we push up. Thursday, down move that I missed. Didn't even give myself the opportunity to take it because I'm trading twice in the first 10 minutes of market open, stopping out on both of those trades. And the real move only comes after the 10 o'clock driver comes out later in the morning session. And then again, Friday, we open deep in a discount and we push up. So the days where we have a retracement because we open very, very low in a discount, those are the days where I'm still trying to play in alignment with the near-term condition, which is obviously bearish. We've been going lower for some time now, right? The days where we have a retracement, those are the days where I struggle because the market's opening deep in a discount and I'm not anticipating the retracement. I'm still looking to play in alignment with the higher time frame condition or what we've been doing in the near term. Like we've been going lower, but the days that we have the retracements, Wednesday and Friday, those are the days where I'm struggling. So that's another way, holding myself back this week. Go back to the weekly review, session recap, 17th through 21st. And then I don't give myself the opportunity to execute. This is again from Thursday. Took 2 losses in the first 10 minutes of market open. The real move came after 10 o'clock. So, you know, it's a lot of the same things that I'm repeating over and over and over again. But we can't just look at the downside, right? There's always a positive and a negative to everything. It doesn't matter what it is. This applies to literally everything. And you have to look at some of the good that you did this week. So strength versus weaknesses. The strength that I demonstrated this week. Well, on Tuesday, I had a really, really large losing trade, which was, again, another mistake that I made this week. But I ate that loss. I literally ate it. I showed resilience. And because I was resilient, I kept myself in this session. I did not react emotionally. And I was able to stay patient and just wait for something that made sense to me and took that. And that was the only winning trade that I had this week. So I told myself the best traders are the best losers. And the only reason that I came out on top was because I was resilient to that loss. So let's go to Tuesday, take a look at that. Here's Tuesday. We had a $193 trade, but again, the loss was huge. The loss was huge, and I was down 2.59 R on this trade. So my stop loss should have been at this dashed line right here, but the market came back on me so fast, I literally did not even have time to throw a stop loss in there. And I basically just froze up and then took off here. $145 loss. It's crazy. 72 points. But I was able to come back from that. So I took the huge loss. Initially, I react emotionally, and I want to just end the session there because I'm like, oh my fuck. A 70 point loss, $145 loss. That's huge, and that's 3 times what I should be risking on a single setup. And I'm like, stay patient. Wait. The trade idea could still be correct. And it was. And then I ended up selling something that made sense to me and found a great way to get on side with the market. And the only reason I was able to capitalize on this trade was because I did not overstay my welcome. At the beginning of the session, I literally set the intention to combat the mistake that I've been making trading one micro. Aim for a low-hanging fruit, new low a day, trading one contract, getting in, getting out, and being done, not making the same mistake as Thursday. So here, I'm doing what I should be doing to get out of this drawdown. Not going for the full objective, not going for a fat-ass swing, trading one micro, because I could be wrong about that idea, and it could come back on me for break even. Just locking in equity when the market gives it to me. This is the only reason. This is the second reason. This is the second reason why I'm able to walk away up Tuesday. And this is the exact reason why I was not able to secure any equity on a trade where I was up almost $300 on Friday. If you go to the running P&L, $279 I was up at one point, and it came back for what? Nothing. And if we go to Thursday, the 13th, again, the same shit. $363 in profit. Gone. Why? Because I went for my full TP. Tuesday, I don't do that. I lock in equity, and that's the only reason I'm able to walk away profitable. I don't even think the market delivered the full objective that I was looking for on this trading day. Well, I didn't have a full objective. I said, look, I'm just going for a low-hanging fruit. There was nothing beyond that. I just want this level That's it. And that's the only reason why I'm walking away on Tuesday up. Very proud of myself for that. Very, very proud of myself for that. That's good behavior right there. But Friday, I do the opposite. Last Thursday, I did the opposite, and what happens as a result? Trading one contract comes back on me for break even. So there's literally 2 trades where I should have locked in over $500 in profits. That could have taken a huge chunk out of the drawdown that I'm in, but I'm just not taking off. I'm just not securing equity. And I come back, I walk away with nothing. So 2 reasons why I'm up on Tuesday. Number 1, resilience to loss. Number 2, lock in equity. Get in, get out. The thing is I keep trying to go for these home runs because I'm in so much drawdown and I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trading out of desperation that, ironically, by trying to get out of the drawdown and trading out of desperation, what happens? I add on to the drawdown. Same mistakes that I keep repeating. Wednesday, the bias is simply incorrect, which is nothing I'm too upset about. Thursday, again, never give myself the opportunity to even trade the session, taking 2 losses in the first 10 minutes of market open before that 10 o'clock driver comes out. Then the sell that I'm looking for comes out. But I came to the market today indecisive, like we already talked about earlier. It's not even a probable trading day. And then Friday, I ended up doing nothing, came back in the PM session, and ate shit for that. So, that's about it for this week. The biggest lessons I learned from this week. I actually forgot to finish this. I only have 1 lesson from this week. But I have to allow myself to be incorrect. This game is a lot easier when you're okay with getting it wrong. Accepting I'm not going to get it right 100% of the time and being forgiving makes realizing the loss easy. And this was the lesson that I learned from Wednesday, because Wednesday was literally the perfect losing day. I could not have responded to this losing day any better. On a day where I get the bias incorrect, this is exactly how I want to respond. And I'll scroll down and reflect on that, right? So whenever I get the bias wrong, it's just what it comes down to getting over that is just allowing myself to be incorrect. The game is a lot easier when you're okay with getting it wrong. Except that I'm not going to get it right 100% of the time and be forgiving. Like, you got it wrong. That's fine. You're going to get it wrong. You're not going to get it right 100% of the time, and just accept that. Today I got it wrong. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. 1 loss, risk is managed. 21-point loss, that's it. I can eat that shit. Like, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's good. So now, that's everything out of the way. Got the recap in from what happened Friday PM session. Again, not proud about that trading at all. Not good decisions that I'm making, trading out of desperation. But I'm not going to hide anything from you guys. I'm going to show you everything, every little piece, every little step of the way, every mistake that I make, every good thing that I do. It's all here. And I promise you guys that over time, I will only continue to develop as a trader and continue to get better. And eventually, we will achieve profitability. We will unlock consistency. It is mine. It is mine. Why is it mine? Because I fiercely persevere. I ruthlessly persevere. I fail. Not I fail. Let's redo that. I refuse to stop. I refuse to quit. And I continuously and fiercely persevere. So there's no way that I can fail. It is extremely, extremely, extremely difficult to lose if you refuse to stop, if you refuse to quit. That's it. That's all it takes. So I hope that I can inspire you guys to do the same, because I have a lot of you guys that are in the same position as me, same trading journey, same everything, going through all the same bullshit. Listen, guys, as long as we persevere, there is no way we can fail. As long as we are consistent, there is no way we can fail. If I continue to show up the market every single day and do the process that I know moves the needle forward, there's no fucking way that I can fail. Absolutely no way that I can fail. So I know eventually I will get there. It's going to take some time. That's the price that you have to pay. You have to be willing to pay the price. There's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of things you've got to give up. And I'll tell you what, I lost fucking everything pursuing this dream. I lost a 6-year relationship. I lost all my friends. I gave up going out. I gave up drinking. I gave up drugs. I gave up this, gave up that, gave up everything. Left it all. Dropped it all. And I'm chasing this dream. And you better believe that I will not stop until it becomes my reality, until it is my life. And I'm saying this in this video, and it's going to happen. That's the craziest part about it. When you believe in yourself so much, you know things are going to happen. The only thing that stands between where you are and where you want to be is the time that has to pass, and that's it. What does this look like 5 years from now? Think about that. Seriously. What does your life look like 5 years from now? If you're ambitious like me, if you're extremely driven, if you have aim, if you know where you're going, what does your life look like 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, 1 year from now? How much is going to change? How much better are you going to grow as an individual? It's good to think about things that way because it keeps you driven, it keeps you focused, it keeps you motivated because you know where you're going and you're not at a standstill. You keep moving the needle forward and you keep fucking going and you are not gonna fucking quit until you get what you are working for. I've given everything for this. I've sacrificed everything for this, so there's absolutely no way that I can stop. Nobody fucking believes in me. I've had so many people tell me that I'm gonna fail. I've had so many people tell me that I don't know what I wanna do. Fuck that. Prove them wrong. But don't just tell them that you're going to prove them wrong. Let your actions do the talking. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So, that is it for this one. I'll talk to you guys Tuesday.